Hello guys, Tuheng Gaming here, Merry Christmas and welcome back to another 7 Days to Die update preview. This time, it's long-awaited Alpha 20. Stable version is out and all you need to do is opt out of experimental version in your Steam. Go to 7 Days to Die in your library, right-click, Properties, Betas, and in drop-down menu, choose None. And voila, you're ready to go. So, let's get this show on the road. We got our fancy patch notes here and we will go over one by one. After which, in my gameplay videos, test the new features ourselves. Let's start with this. Alpha 20 is by far the largest content drop the Fun Pimps has ever delivered. This is partially due to Fun Pimps nearly doubling the team size over the last 2 years and vastly improving our proprietary tools to improve the game and speed up the new content creation. This does put a smile on my face, it's what the game desperately needed. They were getting stale updates until Alpha 16. Now you can definitely see where those extra hands are going towards. Keep it up, Fun Pimps, proud of you. Also, Alpha 20 is not compatible with previous Alpha worlds or save game data. They also advise that you delete the 7 days save game data folder before continuing, just so you can avoid any unnecessary problems. Introducing a brand new version of random world generation with new cities, city tiles, and part system spawner. I already saw some wild new cities while I was flying around in the world. I gotta say, I am blown away for sure. Take a look for yourself. The system has been re-engineered from the ground up with a focus on generation speed, flexibility, quality visuals, believability, replayability, point of interest dispersion, trader position, and much more. They took a more content-driven approach for POIs, city tiles, and stamps. Cities and roads are much more believable and detailed. Wilderness paths connect in a believable way to the POIs. Now, without going into too much detail, generated worlds will seamlessly blend into different zones, tiles, and POIs, providing the best user experience so far. Alpha 20 world generation is better than ever, with a lot more dials to tweak. You can pick and choose to create that perfect world for you and your friends. Generating world is also faster than ever, almost cut in half from the previous alphas. You will always get a preview of how that world looks before you dive into it. Alpha 20 brings over 200 new POIs and updates to many of the older ones. There are now over 550 explorable locations in total now. This is huge. It's probably the best addition to the game in one update thus far. The Fun Pimp level team doubled in size by late 2020. That paired with many improvements to the proprietary tools, shape tools, and world tools have helped the POI generation team generate an enormous amount of new and updated content for Alpha 20. POIs are separate into tiers. There are now 7 Tier 5 POIs, 29 Tier 4, 52 Tier 3, 102 Tier 2, and 360 Tier 1 POIs. Navezgane was updated with these new POIs as well. Great addition, but I feel like New World Generator does much better job if you're looking for a better experience now. Even pre-generated worlds have some awesome new mega cities. The reason Navezgane is still being updated is because it's reserved for story mode in later updates. I am very much looking forward for this. Nearly 25 new HD characters have been completed for Alpha 20. In fact, all non-player characters and enemies are now HD. There are also new improved character shaders for zombies, NPCs, radiated zombies, and burned zombies. These are some of the new HD models. I just want to say that some of these look so awesome and terrifying as hell. The animation team has been busy improving the overall animation quality of the game. Some of the animation improvements include overall improvement of the first and third person tool hold, attack, power attack, and idle animations. Better third person blending of upper and lower body while walking, running, strafing, and general movement while carrying weapons. New jiggle tech adds dynamic movement based motion for the following zombies: Bloated Tourist, Cop, Big Mama, Lab Tech, Soldier, Mutated Zombie, and brand new Screamer. Alpha 20 includes a preview of new dismemberment feature to eventually replace the original system firstly introduced in Alpha 13. The new feature will allow zombies to have better looking dismemberment effects as well as unique effects per zombie. Visual damage on zombies will differ depending on the type of weapon used to damage them. Blunt weapons can cave in zombies' head, while bladed weapons can slice off the head entirely. Heads and limbs can be chopped off and can be seen falling on the ground. Now, this system is not entirely implemented yet, but will be slowly added throughout future updates. Alpha 20 introduces a new line of pipe weapons, along with an overhaul of few current weapons for a total of 6 new weapons and 13 upgraded HD remakes to further the look and feel of an apocalyptic environment. New pipe weapons don't need a recipe and are dirt cheap to make, only requiring short iron pipes, glue, and wood to make. These weapons can provide some of the much needed firepower for early game. Also, a new lever action rifle was added as well. Being tier 2 rifle, it's perfect to round out and complete the existing rifle tiers. Building blocks have received a major overhaul. There are now over 1300 unique shapes to select for every craftable material. Players can now craft 5 basic material helper blocks, which are frames, wood, cobblestone, concrete, and steel. Wet and reinforced concrete have been removed from the game, but block hit points have been adjusted accordingly. After creating a frame, equip them to the belt, and then use the radial menu by holding R or pressing Shift R to open the shape selection screen. Shapes of the blocks have better pictures now, so you can easily see what you're placing. This basically means that if you're one of those people who love to build stuff, you will enjoy building stuff even more now. The creative menu has also been overhauled with new category system. Categories have been moved and expanded to the left side of the window. Pick a main category in the left column and then a secondary category in the right column. Placing blocks has had several changes. The block preview now animates smoothly throughout the world and the shading is improved. The preview will also change color to indicate the effect of adding a block. Yellow, the block is stable. As the block becomes more yellow, it means it's getting less stable. Red, placing the block would cause some type of collapse. Adding blocks to reinforce other parts of the structure may allow this block to then be placed without collapse. Pink, placing would cause this block to fall, as it does not have sufficient support. They have added a brand new dynamic imposter system to the game, which renders changes to the distant chunk POI meshes caused by players or zombies. Changes such as destroying a building, building your own base, or adding to or modifying an existing building can now be appropriately displayed by this system. This is also a very welcome change. Before this change, my base that was built on POI was never rendering properly from distance and was always giving me a heart attack every time I was returning from the loot run. A new Robotic Drone is a companion that gives the player extra storage and some enhanced endgame features. The drone's abilities can be augmented and enhanced by the player's intellect, but players can still acquire and use the drone without perking into it. The Robotic Drone is modded in player's inventory. Some of the mods and enhancements to the drone include Armor Plating mod, increases drone's defense, Cargo mod, increases carrying capacity, Medic mod, gives the drone the ability to heal player, Morale Booster mod, player's stamina regen is increased by 10% when near drone, and Headlamp mod, which gives the drone a headlight. The environment art and shader team has been improving much of the rendering tech and creating hundreds of new PBR environment models to enhance the world, POIs, and overall game immersion. List of the new changes are pretty big here. Better looking textures are always welcome in my book. Questing improvements have been made all over the world in 7 Days to Die. Starting quests now have helpful on-screen icons to show you where to find the required items. Buried supplies quests now have been updated to spawn a group of zombies each time radius shrinks to provide more challenge to the player. They have also added a new tier 3 version of this quest type. Trader to trader progression has been changed. Each trader now has their own set of tiered quests that must be completed. Players can now navigate between those tiers when selecting quests from the trader. They have also added a new quest type, Restore Power. Restore Power quests are activated at night and require player to re-establish power to the location. Find the generators inside and activate them. Be careful as the generators may alert nearby zombies. The artificial intelligence and spawning of enemies have gotten some great improvements, including industrial, commercial, and downtown areas are much more populated. Ducking. Zombies can now duck down to help them not get stuck on obstacles. Obstacle attacks. Zombies now stand more reliably at the point of attack without sliding around. Head tracking. Added more variety when and where they look. Burst attack. Added a new AoE burst attack, which is used by new mutant zombie. With standard settings, zombies have limited distance that they can hear and see you. The new Feral Sense option allows you to greatly increase the hearing and seeing, which makes the game more challenging. This also makes the world seem much more populated, as zombies you may not have noticed will find you. Stealth still works, the zombies will just detect you more easily. We have added mods, coloring, and additional improvements and bug fixes to the vehicles. Mods improve different aspects of the vehicle, like using less fuel. Any of the dyes you get during gameplay can be added to the cosmetic slot to tint the vehicle's color. New mods include expanded seating, allows 2 riders on minibike or motorcycle and 4 on 4x4. Fuel saver, your engine uses less gas. Reserve fuel tank, increases tank capacity. Off-road headlights. Supercharger, increases acceleration. And colors, you can place dyes in cosmetic slot to colorize parts of each vehicle. Also, camera can be now zoomed in and out using the mouse wheel or gamepad. Loot progression has been separated from game stage with its own loot stage system. Players will increase their loot stage similar to their game stage, but there are many bonuses that can add to it. The biome the player is in, the POI the player is looting, and even the container they are looking at can have loot stage bonus. Loot stage will then boost the quality and or the tier of the items found. For example, adventurous players that explore the more difficult biomes and POIs will find iron tools or advanced weapons a little faster than those that stay in the pine forest. There are also 5 new tiered loot chests that are placed according to the POI tiers. Loot has been adjusted to provide early game weapons and tools a chance to shine. This grants player time to find and use higher quality items before finding the next tier. To bring back the fear of infection, items that cure it have been greatly reduced. Dynamic music system has been vastly improved. New ambient sounds and completely new sounds have been added. Improved weather system with more distinct and varying weather. There are over 6.5 million combinations of tracks across all configurations now. The new Blood Moon music has been created, and music combination randomness has been vastly improved. The world weather system continues to improve, with weather now being more distinctive and varying. Twitch integration has been improved, with many new commands, voting, and more. This feature was introduced in Alpha 19. Even though I don't stream personally, so you won't have that pleasure, I'm sure you freaks love causing your favorite streamer to suffer a horrible death. Modding support has been improved again. The tools team have been busy the past year improving proprietary tools to speed up internal development and continue to support the 7 Days thriving modding community. This game has a really great modding community, and for them to get even better modding tools always brings me joy. I still never made a mod and won't even start to explain all these changes. I will just show you. It's a pretty big list. Okay, we are at the end of the list, and all it shows now is things that are changed in no particular order. I will link the site in the description below if you want to read all these changes yourself. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got a new Alpha 20 gameplay season to catch. Alright, we reached the end. It's been a blast going through all these changes. I can't wait to test all these changes myself in new Alpha 20 gameplay series I'm planning to start. What do you guys think? Are you enjoying the new update? Leave a comment down below. I want to hear your opinions. That's it for this video, guys. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, I would appreciate if you leave a like and consider subscribing if you want to see more. Until the next one, peace out.